Hi, this is Samantha Lee, and I'm from Soul Pathways. And I'm guided here today to share with you my personal experience in meditation and channeled messaging with Divine, to bring you along in my journey and let you encounter, perhaps, the frequencies and messages provided through me, his prophet, messages from him. Before I get started, I'm being advised to share a little of myself. My name is Samantha Lee. I was born gifted, a psychic medium, healer, and channel. Recently found out I was a prophet to Divine. I've been speaking with Divine my entire life, as well as archangels, my ancestors, spirits, and other dimensions my entire life. I thought everybody could do this. I really did. My parents thought I was just a really imaginative child. But I was also a child prone to excessive worry and anxiety because of my gifts. They weren't accepted. I hid them, especially the fact that I could see dead people. I could see them here, which made them more capable of seeing them here because I could see them here. See, I'm somebody who's always walked by faith and not by sight. I'm a Hayoki empath. I'm Native American Chippewa Indian. And I walk alone. My path has not been an easy one. I'm deeply in touch with Mother Gaia. When I meditate the best when I'm with her. She is my mother, and Divine is my father. And to be quite honest, I have many mothers and fathers, but these are my mother and father. My journey of almost 50 years, half of my lifetime as an earth person, a human being, has been spent preparing for the new chapter I'm about to step into. It's been hard. I've had to go through a lot of pruning with Divine, my higher power. That's what I refer to him as, that or dad or father. So just know that in my videos, that's what you'll hear me refer to my higher power as. And as in my lifetime so far, I've had to release most everybody, in fact, everybody outside of my own singular one blood child, I've released everybody from the first part of my life to get where I am today. Why am I sharing this experience? I was guided to. I have, amidst all the traumas since birth, I was healing everything, but braided in all of that, or weaved in, I'm told to say, weaved in all of that trauma healing. I love learning, and so I have plenty of education. I have a master's in counseling. I have a master's in, or a bachelor's in sociology, where I spent plenty of time learning about the criminal justice system as well as micro and macro systems, and I specialized or spent plenty of time in the criminal justice system, but as well as the elderly and in children. I have a certification in writing children's books. I thought for a moment I was going to be a writer. I do have a great love affair with the written language, because part of my healing modality is my voice, the written and spoken language. But I heal with my hands and my voice. But recently, divine has added in also my presence. It's to do with my aura, my energy, my frequency that I emit. It's special. I'm an earth angel and I'm a chosen one of the 144. I'm a single mother, and I am somebody who's here to try and help lead the world to a better place, Earth, Mother Gaia, through love, because I'm a very specialized earth angel. I'm love incarnate. My purpose through the first part of my life was to go through all of that trauma, yet the challenge was to keep my heart open. That was the challenge, to not go cold and not go bitter. And I've managed to successfully do that, as well as to balance my masculine and feminine within myself. I narrowly didn't succeed, but I made it. Praise divine, my Father who never ever lost any hope in me and held plenty of grace for me, as well as my entire family, my ancestors, whom always helped me out in my starseed family, and the archangels, especially my guardian angel, who is Archangel Michael. I have a very big mission in this world, and that's why he is my guardian angel. And that's just a little bit about me and why I'm here today. And maybe you can see then why I might be somebody you would want to listen to. But the choice is always yours. I have no judgment for you, only love. So, without further ado, at 10:10 on my timer, I'm going to get started. And like I said, you're just going to watch me go into meditation, and I am going to share. You do feel free to meditate along, but really what I'm going to do is share the messages and the channelings from Divine to you. This is something new that I was advised to do today. So I'm going to connect in now with my Father, ground myself through the Merkaba of Archangel Metatron into the core of Mother Gaia, back through all of the chakras of Divine. Bet you didn't know that Divine had chakras, but he does. Hi, dear. Can you clear me from crown down? Would you like me to speak this entirely out loud or keep to myself? Okay. Please clear me from crown down. I ask you to remove any and all blockages, align me straight through the Merkaba of Archangel Metatron and ground me into the beautiful Mother Gaia. And back up through all of your chakras. He's advising me to relax even more because I know that currently I'm being watched by an outsider. I'm being again stalked and watched by the government, and they have found me and are watching me and trying to distract me during this video. I'm also smelling a skunk. Mother Gaia, am I good? Okay. I will continue. You can hear the noise in the background. That would be the distraction. We're going to push that out. Please create a protection around me of light and gold, pushing out all distraction. I am safe. We are safe. Archangel Michael, step in. Provide safety for myself and every single viewer. From start to finish, please. Thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. Father, would you like me to do this with my eyes closed or open? Don't mind the airplane. They tag me above for my location. That is part of the game, stalking and government, as I am on the government watch list. Pushing that to the side. All of the distractions are like clouds floating by. Surrounded by every singular ancestor and angel. I love you all. Thank you for joining. Oh, I didn't realize this would be such a big thing. What do we have to share today? When you woke up this morning, I want you to know that I heard each of you. And I sent you all love. I feel you all. Every single one of you is a part of me. An extension And it doesn't matter who you are, and what you do, or where you live. We are all one. I want you to know, when I think of love, I think of my children. Times are changing. And I was going to speak upon love, but I realized I wanted to let you know that I love you first and foremost before I got speaking upon the changes in our midst. Because I feel the fear, and I feel the anxiety within all of you. Which causes you to act out of character, even change your character, and become new versions of yourselves. Understand that change is not necessarily bad. Change invokes anxiety only because we do not know what that change means for us personally. Because we are in the habit as people of thinking the worst, typically, regarding situations, rather than thinking, what if this works out for the best? Or how could this situation work out for me for the highest good? I want each one of you to understand you're right where you're supposed to be on your journey. You could be in no other place than where you are right now, due to the choices that you've made in your life at the very moment that you're in. If you like where you're at, beautiful. If you do not, I say yes. You can change your mind at any moment to make changes. To think better thoughts and to work on yourself, because you are directly responsible for the life you lead. And only you can make changes to your life. I can help you, but only if you ask, and only if you believe, as well as angelic assistance, ancestral assistance, or guidance. All of it's available to you, but you must ask first, because we believe in free will. We won't intervene without being requested through prayer or meditation. But we watch. As the creator of all things, I step in as I need to. For I created all things. I love all things, and I am a part of all things. You have much more power in your life than you allow yourself to understand. I did not create you to think small, though many like to put themselves in boxes that keep them that way. You are basically always a work in progress, always an undefinable word or a palette without color, meaning you'll never be complete because we don't want you to ever have a limit. I don't want you to ever have a limit. The moment you have a limit is the moment that you hit a ceiling and your growth stops. Where you're at on Earth, you are limitless. You should be. But so far, many have imposed limits on themselves due to fear from internal or external forces. Just think about that. What fears block you right now from doing something that you want to do? Think about the thing, just one thing that you really want to do right now. And now, think about the thing that prevents you from doing that thing. That's fear, and it's an illusion. It's not real. It takes a courageous person to recognize A, that it's not real, B, to understand it's illusionary, and C, to walk right through it. And that's how you grow on Earth. Because once you do it once and prove it to yourself, that makes you more capable of doing it the second time, and then the third time, and then you become a pro, and soon enough, you're capable of telling people, yeah, I'm pretty fearless. Fear is an illusion, because it is. It's not real. It's actually set forth in this environment to hold people back from reaching their highest potential. It's a test. They're tests. And they typically work. But if you're honed into this message, into the voice of this earth angel who has conquered fears left and right, then you will understand from me, divine, the creator. The fear is not real. Am I telling you to go out and start behaving obnoxiously? No. I would suggest for anybody wanting to move forward to come to me through prayer and talk to me or meditation about this before taking further steps, just to make sure that this is exactly what's going on in your case. Wouldn't want anybody to hurt themselves or their lives in any way, shape, or form. Understand that the things that you do impact everybody. Everybody is connected. Nobody seems to understand that what you do to other people, or even to yourself, impacts everybody. Why? We live in a very energetic world, and it's like one big energetic quilt. That's all knitted together, weaved together. So, as you succeed, others will succeed. As you think negative, others will think negative. And this is really important to understand, because what you put out will absolutely come back to you many times over, as you are not only energetic, but you're magnetic in this world. It's all physics, scientific in nature. I believe Samantha has covered that in the past many times. It would behoove you to cheer on those around you who succeed, because there's a reason why you're seeing them succeed. That means success is getting close to you. But you're actually magnetizing that into your life. If you weren't seeing it, then you would be further away. But if you greet that experience with negativity, then you're basically pushing it out of your life again. For those of you wanting to succeed at something, learn to appreciate those around you, the experiences of that come to you, because understand that they uplift you into your own equal experience, because we are all connected. That's why we should all be cheering each other on. We are basically Team Earth in the fact that we're fighting each other is really quite telling of the mindsets of some. We will leave that subject to the side, for that is not the subject of today. Your worth and value in this world is what helps propel you forward in this world. Your self-love, another subject that this child of mine here has spoken upon at great length. If you are hearing this, understand that it is not you're hearing this. It starts with you. It always has from the moment you came out into this world through your mother and birth, from the moment of conception even, until now. Love is the answer, and I know many want to say otherwise. They want to say there are higher frequencies, and I wouldn't disagree. But all these higher frequencies are entangled with self-love. Authenticity is self-love. You can't be authentic without self-love. mercy. Self-love is where it starts. If you want a good life, start with self-love, self-care. And if you need help, you have plenty of people that can help you. This one here can, and many others on her wavelength are also capable. She has soul tribe members. She hasn't met yet. They're coming in, but they are equally able to help. Self-love helps you get through Earth's hardest of tests and helps get you to your highest timeline and potential. Why? You know your self-worth, self-value. You take self-care very seriously. You have self-esteem, self-confidence, and you know that everything stems outward from self, but that it's not about self, that it's about serving others. This is a very important message the sirens bring. So notice. In closing, if you are on Earth, you're advanced enough to be here. But the first rule of being here on Earth is that it starts with you. It's a tip. Everybody tends to look outward. And blame others. Taking accountability is a hard thing, especially when you're not sure how that it wraps around. But trust, oddly, everything wraps back to you. Everything. This one even mentioned the gang stalking, and she knows full well she's brought that on herself. And she's taking full accountability for it, and is working to rectify that within herself. sometimes lessons are not very straightforward in life. They're very, very inconspicuous and can be backwards in nature. But trust every singular thing that happens in your life you have brought to yourself for a reason. There's an experience that needs to be had, a lesson that needs to be learned, a person you need to meet to have a lesson or to have an experience. Nothing, I repeat, nothing is a coincidence. There are no coincidences on earth. Everything that happens is for a reason. And if that takes the sparkle out of your journey, I deeply apologize. I would be remiss if I lied, though. Truly. The point of all the things that happen to you in your life is to grow you, to stretch you, to make you wiser, more aware, and to bring you into a greater you. Because your only competition in this life is yourself. Ever. From day one. This again seems to be confusing for people, because people tend to make external things competition, and they're not. They're not competition at all. It just muddies the waters. And it really clearly shows where a singular person really needs to heal. Especially if the person who is causing any strife or trauma or drama with another person, and that other person is healed, and they are not. It says more about the unhealed person than it ever will about the healed person. Though, in all honesty, a healed person, depending upon how healed and where they're at, what lessons they've learned, may be in a place to withhold judgment and hold space and grace. Earth. The point of being here is to grow you and to serve each other. That's it. It's a school. It's a school where we're all supposed to be rooting for one another and helping each other across the globe, but yet we've divided And that's because not everybody understands, and we've got people in power especially who do not understand. They're not even connected, not to themselves and not to anything larger. When you connect to things that don't even have heartbeats, do you really believe you're going to rise up? Do you really believe Earth was created from nothingness? Either way, we are one. And for those wondering what's the purpose of life, that's it. To grow, to love, to support. Earth is a school. You guys have heard Earth School a couple times from my child here lately. She would be right. You're here to grow. Not separate, not form cliques, but to become one, to stay one, if you can. I understand, though, that this type of thing is happening here, and it's all a part of the experience. We are one, but not everybody is created equal. Not everybody is going to want to be social. Some people are more to themselves, and that is okay. It's to be expected. We're all unique, and we all have our own power, our own uniqueness, our own authenticity, and I created everybody different for a reason. Duality. Seems to come to mind too. Learning it, understanding it, and getting in balance with it. Things are mightily out of balance currently. And I'm working with the angels and all my chosen to bring these matters into balance. The matter is going to be rectified. I think that's what I've got today. I want you to know whatever you do this week, do it with the thought, this thought, that I'm going to leave you with now. Even your enemy is a reflection of you, an unhealed part of you. And the moment you heal that enemy will disappear. Because there's no such thing as enemies, just things that need healing. Everything stems from you. Everything. And with that, I want you to know I love you. Be well. I'll be watching you, as always. Hey there. So I hope you got something from that. Wow, it was an hour long. I was aiming for 30 minutes, but being my first video, I figured, okay, this will have to do. Thank you for joining. Again, this is my first. There will be others. I will talk with Divine and see how frequently he wants me to do these. Again, it's a work in progress. May your day go beautifully, and I send you so much love, so much peace. Be well. Thank you for joining us again here at Soul Pathways. If you need help with your journey, if you need help removing blockages, if you need a reading, if you need anything from me, feel free to reach out. My information, my email, just email me. Just email me. I'm pretty easygoing. We'll set something up, okay? Take care. Till that time.